Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are the Thames Men. For you who don't know, I'm George. That is.
And I'm Alex in San Francisco.
I'm George. I'm in LA, and we're old friends, and we like to try and surprise each other with some videos, set some challenges, learn new stuff, and make it up as we go along. So,
And today you stumbled. I feel quite sorry for you because you stumbled upon Space Rock Special. And
this is a bit of our own private little wheelhouse. That we have a soft spot for space rock. So stick around, please. You might learn something. Because tonight I'm actually kind of excited because if there's one band for me that is my religion, which is my church. When I go and see a band live, it is this band, and it's hard to explain to people who don't know the band, and I've taken friends to it, and they've gone, "Oh yeah, okay, I get it now." Their albums are great; they've got some amazing tracks, but live they do something that is, I don't know. Can you define it, Alex? I can't. It's like
the way I describe it, they're a musician band.
It's more than that, because that makes it sound a bit pretentious and a bit. It's more.
It kind of is, but all the musicians I know adore this band, and whatever they do on vinyl, it doesn't come across when you go and see them, and you get the vibe, and you're there, and it's just let's just listen to this and get into it. It's spiritualized.
Spiritualized, Yeah. And this track is one called "Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space," which is one of the classics. And what I mean, this is only like 6 minutes or something. This track, but they can do 8 minutes. They have a song called "Cop Shoot Cop," which is 18 minutes long. And when you see them do it live, it starts minimalist, stripped down, and it builds and it builds, and he and we'll talk about who he is later, but they take you up a sort of escalating, I don't know, just pyramid of sound that just keeps on building and building, and then it drops you at a point, and you're like, I just want more. It's like some sort of drug. It's amazing.
It is amazing. One time I saw them. I think you were there as well. They came on. You know how they tune up the instruments when they first walk on, and they're just checking them on. And then after they're doing that, and they're just like getting ready, and then you suddenly realised the song started.
That was an amazing track. Oh my God, that was good.
That was all part of it. And then at some point, you don't know where it went from that.
Yeah.
To that. You've got no idea. 40 minutes later. And that was live.
That was amazing.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to this one, George. I'm really looking forward to this one.
So let's put our cans on. Let's just relax and enjoy the moment. Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're floating in all I want is nice and little bit of love to take the pain away, getting strong today, try to step each day. All I want is nice and little bit of
magic. So magic. That's like, I mean, that's a very mellow, very pretty, gentle song, and it's beautiful. I love.
Yeah, it is. They can go really hard as well. But yeah, that's just such a vulnerable song, isn't it? You know,
it's amazing, and it's just like I remember when we were in San Francisco, we saw it, and they played that, and there's that sort of Sputnik beep, where it just beep, and it just sort of like trails away, and you just know, and it was.
Well, that was a stripped down band. They were. I've seen them with a larger band, much larger band.
Yeah.
But the backing singers on that were phenomenal.
I love the layers to it. You know,
Yes.
there's like, there's the backing singers have their lines. He has his lines. It's just sort of, there's depth to the music. It's not just a wall of sound. They can build a wall of sound. They can build as more and more stuff gets added in. But it has this sort of, I don't know. It's for me, I don't know. It's just where something resonates. Spiritualized is, as I said, it's my church. For a live band, seeing them, and they're never going to be playing Wembley Arena or stadiums or.
Oh, they play Royal Albert Hall.
They did a whole thing, like there was a whole album with the Royal Albert Hall, but but you know, over here we've seen them. Well, we saw them at that concert in Austin, didn't we? They were there. We saw them up in your
they're much smaller here.
I saw them at the Wilton here in LA. You know, they're playing 2,000-3,000 spaces. You know, and with I saw was another place, a classic old Art Deco theater in Silver Lake, amazing. Basically, for those who don't know, Spiritualized is the guy on the guitar, Jason Pierce, or Jason Spaceman, as he's known, because his origin story, I suppose, was.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
his origin story was a band called Spaceman 3,
which I saw live.
Oh yeah. And Spaceman 3 were amazing. They were the wall of sound.
I saw live at Reading Rock. And they were on really early. And I made everyone go, because Revolution.
Oh my God, what a track that is.
Guys, go and listen to Revolution
Spaceman
by Spaceman 3, if you can get it. I've got it on vinyl still. And I made everyone go to the front. They started the Reading Festival off. It was early in the day. There was like 50 or 60 people there listening to them. And Spaceman, Spaceman 3. And only now do I realise how incredibly rare it was to ever see Spaceman 3 play live.
Yeah. No, they definitely had that wall of sound. So Jason Spaceman, Jason Pierce, I think he got into sort of, you know, drugs, problems, trouble, stuff like that. And the story is that he sort of discovered God. He found God, and
he was in hospital. He was going to die.
Yeah,
and I think it was pneumonia. And he basically he had his spiritualized moment. Yeah.
And so, and then sort of from that, the band Spiritualized appeared, who, you know, they're not like a Christian rock band, but they have they're a very spiritual band, and they have this.
There is no religion in them whatsoever. Zero. It's the name of the band from the moment, but his music, when you listen to it, is spiritualized. It feels like you're listening to rock gospel in a manner. It's not. There's no religion. There's no, there's no deities. There's no whatever. It's great. I mean, some of his music is about transvestite whores. Getting beaten up on it. But it feels angelic.
Like I said, it's my church. It's the weirdest thing. I just, for me, it's perfect. And so I really, if people get a chance to see them play live, take that chance. Take a chill pill. Go and watch them. Yes. You will have something amazing happen. I can imagine it maybe was for, I don't know how people got into the Grateful Dead or something. They had their moment. You know, for me, Spiritualized is that thing, I suppose.
Well, behind Pink Floyd, that's probably the band I want to see the most. I mean, whenever they're in town, I'll always go and see them. I'll deviate my way well out to go and see them. Jason Pierce, or Space, he's super fragile. You could tell he's fragile. There's no show from him. He's, it's like the music fragile. He's fragile. It is a very angelic gig. It is unbelievable. That was a very mellow song. He goes a lot harder than that as well. But he never phenomenal live.
But he never speaks to the audience. He never talks, really. At the end, he'll look happy and he'll smile and he'll wave and he'll say thank you. And it's not an act. It's just him. And, it's one song after another with an amazing musicians. And like Alex said, a great band. And they'll have backing singers. And, he travels with a lot of people potentially. And to build these layers. And I saw one of the gigs I saw. He played sitting in a chair. He never stood up. Just sat in the chair, played every song from his chair, and but it was still equally amazing. So.
Yeah, if you do go and see him, you're seeing one of the great English musicians that we have out there
doing something that is, I don't know, just for me anyway. Excellent. Yeah. So do we take a quick break?
Yes,
and then we'll be right back after these messages. Excellent. Welcome back. So that track we just heard was Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space. And that's also the name of the album. That is, is their iconic album, I think, in some regards. There are other ones, they have some great tracks and stuff. But yeah, Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are Floating in Space.
I think that would be the album that if you're intrigued by what you just heard, or you want a gateway into this band, that's the first album you should listen to and get comfortable with that. Then you'll enjoy all the rest. That's the most accessible, and it's just phenomenal, and it's won the most awards, really, hasn't it?
Yeah. But they like I said, their albums never do justice to their live show. So if you get a chance, go and see them live. I'll be there. I'll see you there.
And take us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take the Thamesman.
Take the Thamesman. We need a sponsor to take us wherever they're playing. How about that?
We should go on tour with them. All right, let's get some scoring on this, shall we?
Okay,
Is it time for
Bangers or Wangers? Welcome back. Excellent. So, laser scoreboard, as if by magic, has appeared behind us. If it's going to hang around from the temporal void that it just came out of. And we are going to try and find some scores for this one. So, this is my pick. This is the Space Rock Part 2. And we are now looking at Spiritualized. Ladies and gentlemen, we are floating in space. Alex.
Space Rock Special with Spiritualized. Right, then they're never going to hit the commercial unit sales like ELO or Fleetwood Mac. They're of not that caliber. They're that quirky UK perfect little band. I'm coming in with a solid 8.4.
8.4. Well, I'm going to just be biased, honestly, because, like I said, this is my church. This is my religion.
Don't mention church, man. Church is a bad word.
Well, it's my moment.
It's got bad connotations,
But not for everyone. It doesn't. I mean,
not for me.
It's a temple.
Yes, a temple's better.
Is it?
Temple's better.
All right. So what you said you had? What did you have? An 8.5.
8.4. 8.4.
You're changing, I think. 8.4. Okay, so 8.4. I really, really like this. I'm going to go for a 9.2.
It's no. I mean, you've gone on the board.
Change my vote, sir.
Fleetwood. All right. Well, let's see where it goes, because you're putting it into a position where you're going to challenge Fleetwood Mac, and you're going to be Led Zeppelin, and All right, let's do it. Go for it, my man.
It's. You chose Hawkwind, for God's sake. This is my thing.
Yeah, but you put it down the bottom. Hawkwind down the bottom.
Just
All right, I'm going to change my score to 7
no,
point.
no. You like the band. Okay, 8.4, 9.2. Fire up the computer scoreboard, please. And we have a, what's that, 17.6, I think.
Well, let's see where your scores put it. Let's see where you think this band is better than. Is it better than Fleetwood Mac?
Maybe.
Is it better than Muse?
No.
Or is it better than Oasis?
Yes, it's better than Oasis.
Is it better than Read Some Others it's beaten?
Radiohead Creep. It beat Fleetwood Mac Tusk.
Oh dear.
Oh, actually, it beat Fleetwood Mac Dreams as well.
I don't think it did. I think you've made a mockery of the Laser Scoreboard Mark II. Oh dear. Well, it is space rock special, and anything can come from outer space.
Exactly, they surprise you from those dimensions, So it's
Thank God it's the end of the month.
How could you make a mockery of our highly organised, completely fair scoreboard? I mean, there are rules that govern how it works and how we operate it. We cannot drop outside those guidelines, and so that is just what it is decreed.
I'm glad you think that they're better than that song's better than Fleetwood Mac Dreams and Tusk. And what are the other ones you think is better than?
It doesn't really matter right now. We just know it's pretty damn good.
Well, end of the month that gets cleared, and
we start again.
And your embarrassment will be gone then.
It's not my embarrassment. I love
I'm
Spiritualized.
sorry, it's your church. Your church.
I'm not
raised.
It's my turn to have a huff. You're normally the one who has a bit of a hissy fit. I'm not. I'm fighting for my band. This is the beach I die on right here. This is the one I fight for. Okay.
At least Hawkwind had woodpecker. At least Hawkwind had woodpecker calls.
But you didn't play that track, did you?
No, I didn't.
Maybe if you played the track with the theremin and the woodpecker calls, it would have been up there with Fleetwood Mac and things. But you didn't. So therefore, I went for the one which had the Sputnik beep in it. Okay.
Well, on that scientific
survey
evaluation,
Flag.
No, we're set over many data points that actually make them more popular than Fleetwood Mac. I think
I've solved an age-old problem. Who's better than Fleetwood Mac?
Space
Spiritualized are. Okay.
All right.
Look, it's vanishing. Excellent.
Good. Thank you for that. I'll see you in another dimension.
In another dimension, Space Rocks. Woo!
See ya.
The parallel bars, my speciality. I was something of an athlete, Yes, yes. I was known as the Pavlova of the parallels. Yes. Yes, it's all coming back now. Ah, yes, I remember. Well, that felt good.